Hi, Waba.
Ribbonichigo just joined the Why Not squad. What? Thank you. Bababooey.
Come catch Waba live, only on Twitch.
Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? Will, welcome in. First. Welcome in. Hello, Purple Music Box. Hello, Ribbon. I'm talking low, by the way. Hello, Space Fawn. I'm talking very low. I'm gonna have to turn my mic down. Stop peeking. Microphone. One day I'll learn. Today is not that day. Hello, Ribbon. Hello, Space Fan. Ribbon, thank you for the Prime sub. Use your Prime sub, people, if you got it. Make sure you use it for the month. Hello, welcome in. Almost had the French accent. Oui, oui. Baguette. Hey, Waba. Hello. How's everyone doing today? How was your day? How was your weekend? How was your Monday? Happy Mental Health Monday. Have fun. Thank you. We'd be lurky because we're in a VC with a cutie. Ooh. A cutie. Hell yeah. Love that for you. Hope that goes well. Gotta mute that real quick. Okay. We're good. Alright, so today I'm going on a rant. Let me turn down my Spotify. It's probably way too loud. Oop. I'll turn that down. Alright, so Zorb showed me this TikTok, which got me thinking about a lot of things. We're going to watch the TikTok, and then we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to discuss it. So open AMA, open commentos to thinking about this. So basically what we're talking about today is, like the title of the TikTok says, do autistic people need to be taught autistic social skills? And she kind of goes into talking about spotting like manipulation and knowing when to advocate for yourself. I thought about it in other ways as well, in the way of like intercommunication with fellow autistics, because if we consider just in the very broadest view of the sense of the word of socialization, you know, for some of us are rule followers and we get told rules of socialization, and then we follow them very strictly, and then that doesn't necessarily always work out. And there might not be much room for leniency with those kind of social normative rules. And then you meet someone who doesn't have those social normative rules, and you deem them someone either you don't want to interact with, or someone who is you're not able to interact with them at all because you feel like it's just danger if you do, because they're breaking all the rules. But realizing that, you know, we're allowed to break some social norms, and, you know, no one's going to punish you for doing so. But that's like super big, broad, big picture things. Not so good today, but had spontaneously some visit over the weekend and could enjoy the snow. Nice. I'm glad you could enjoy the snow. Have to see how tomorrow goes. How about teaching the struggles and some self-awareness things related with autism? My parents never got any info about what autism is when my brother got diagnosed at first. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be a good lesson for sure as well, to just people in general, about like trying to, you know, recognizing what autism can look like. I mean, it's a spectrum for a reason, right? There's a very large spectrum of what autism can present itself as, and sometimes it's a bit hard to distinguish, you know, between someone who's autistic or someone who has ADHD. I've been through this before, but basically the Venn diagram of autism, ADHD, OCD, eating disorders, BPD, PTSD, and ADHD looks very close to a circle at times. It's not completely a circle, but There's a lot of overlaps. Especially because pretty much every autistic person is traumatized in some way. So we could probably add in the circle of been traumatized but don't necessarily have PTSD about it. One big dot. Yeah, basically. Hey, Willow, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Hi. True, a weird circle. CPTSD, baby. Hey, Atlas, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. That's because they're all mental disorders. Yes, but they're all interrelated mental disorders, interrelated mental disorders as well. ADHD plus anxious attachment is a pooper. Yeah, we want to add attachment styles to this as well, for sure. They all have overlap, yeah. Here, I'll chuck up attachment styles. And I'll chuck up overlap of ADHD and autism. This is an interesting one. This one has autism, ADHD, giftedness. The Hey Club incoming? Yeah, absolutely. Hey. I'm 100% convinced at this point that my boyfriend is autistic. He is. I'm fairly certain he is, based on everything you've told us. He might be both autistic, ADHD. I don't know. I don't know him personally, to be fair, so I can't really make that assumption, but there we go. Misdiagnosis. I like this. This is a funny site. Misdiagnosis Monday. Borderline, ADHD, autism. The co-occurring and the overlap is hard. Also, hashtag not a doctor. Yeah, hashtag not a doctor. Hashtag look at the disclosure in my panels below. All advice to be taken with a grain of salt, etc. so forth. Absolutely neurodivergent, but yeah, I catch him stimming all the time too. I mean, stimming isn't... Yeah, stimming is more like ADHD stuff, but yeah, I feel that. I feel that club.exe created. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let me turn off the music. All right, if this does it correctly, then we'll be good to go. And if it doesn't do it correctly, I guess we're not good to go. Chrome, please. Thank you. All right. Close enough. Okay. There we go.
Skills. Resisting training of social skills has been a key idea in the neurodiversity movement, especially as it applies to autistic people. Examining the origin of this concern reveals that it arises in the context of neurotypical social skills being enforced upon autistic people. But I find myself wondering, are neurotypical social skills the only social skills? And is there still some benefit to some teaching of social skills in autistic people? And if so, what would they be? I can think of some candidates that seem to be key to being able to navigate the world as an autistic person. The first one is being able to know if somebody else is manipulating you or trying to coerce you or dominate over you in order to get what they want. I'm worried that if autistic people do not know that this is occurring, then they will not have the capacity to be able to advocate for themselves. That leads me to the next one, self-advocacy. Right now, what I notice is that autistic people are being trained out of self-advocacy because their attempts to self-advocate are punished a lot of the time, misconstrued, and used to fuel gaslighting. And the third is learning ways to say no that does not trigger another person who has poor boundaries. Let's just say that it could be socially normative for people to not respect boundaries. In order to counteract this social normative problem, then autistic people may need to learn more inventive and sophisticated ways to set boundaries with people who are going to become aggressive when that occurs, which again I have noticed is socially normative, especially when the other person perceives the boundary being set as some sort of imposition due to their lack of understanding about the subjective experiences of autistic people. Those are just some of the social skills I can think of off the top of my head. Do we need to reframe the way that we talk about social skills in autistic people? It's an open question. Do other people need?
So it's a very open question. She takes it to some interesting places. I think the one about trying to set boundaries in a way that doesn't upset other people because it's become socially normative to push back against someone who is autistic and says, no, I don't want to, do this thing. I can't do this thing, or I don't want to do this thing. Can I do it in this way? And people see that as like a threat to them, suggesting, you're questioning my authority. You're questioning, if I know how to do my job right. People take it in that way. I think that's maybe what she meant. Maybe that's the first example I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe someone else can disseminate this in a different way or think about this in a different way. But yeah, I think I vocal stim a bit. I vocal stim for sure. It's hard to say. I don't feel neurodivergent enough at times, and it's sigh. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as one true Scotsman of neurodivergency. It's literally a spectrum for a reason, Willow. You are valid as you are. The last one hit hard for me. David has learned so much to not advocate for himself, and is still a work in progress to help him know he's allowed to make decisions for himself and do things independently without permission. The unlearning of self-advocacy bit. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to play this again and then think about this and pause a bit.
Need to be taught social skills? Resisting training of social skills has been a key idea in the neurodiversity movement, especially as it applies to autistic people. Examining the origin of this
So I think the pushback to learning social skills in general is because usually when people try to teach autistic people social skills, and I'll put social skills in like big quotation marks, they're usually coming from like a functional standpoint versus a supportive and what's the word for it? Like giving an autistic person, I can't think of the word. Accommodations. Thank you. They don't look at it from an accommodation standpoint. They look at it from more of like no, you have to do this. You have to make eye contact, and you have to shake this person's hand and allow these people to like kiss you on the cheek and stuff like that. And that's like the general school of thought when it comes to teaching autistic kids social skills. Obviously, it comes from ABA, behaviorism type-ish stuff, icky shit. There's good intentions behind it, but it's still icky shit, because then it's like forcing autistic people to conform to some sort of social norm based on that person's cultural experience of what social norm is, which that in of itself can also vary. You can have two different teachers with two different ideas about what's socially acceptable, what's not socially acceptable, and there's usually little to no room for the autistic person to advocate for themselves in that scenario and be like, actually, I'm not comfortable with physical contact. I don't want to have to like shake people's hands. I think a wave is just fine. And one teacher might be like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Or another teacher could be like, no, you have to shake hands, or like you have to at least fist bump or something, So I think there's good reason why there's pushback.
Concern reveals that it arises in the context of neurotypical social skills being enforced upon autistic people. But I find myself wondering, are neurotypical social skills the only social skills? And is there still some benefit to some teaching of social skills in autistic people? And if so, what would they be? I can think of some candidates that seem to be key to being able to navigate the world as an autistic person. The first one is being able to know if somebody else is manipulating you or trying to coerce you or dominate over you in order to get what they want. I'm worried that if autistic people do not know that this is occurring, then they will not have the capacity to be able to advocate for themselves. That leads me to the next.
So the ability to determine if someone is manipulating you or trying to coerce you, and then learning how to respond to that. I think that's something that not just autistic people struggle with, but just people who have experienced trauma in general really, really struggle with this. This idea of that of all, you even can have agency in a relationship of some sort. And when I say relationship, I mean like friendships, student, teacher, parent, kid, relationships in general. Basically where there's two or more people happening, interacting, and one of them is trying to get the other one to do something, whether covertly or overtly. So there's a lot of times where, we might, again, the rule following, if we want to go back to that example, oh, okay, well, it's a teacher telling me to go do this thing. Well, they're authority, so I should listen to them, and don't think about it and just, do the thing. Or like, oh, they're my parents, so I should just listen to them and they're right and I'm wrong. That's also getting to power dynamics as well. But just in general, like understanding like when someone is manipulating you, or when a circumstance is, someone's trying to push a power dynamic upon you, can be really important as a general skill to look out for, like basically a skill to train of like, when to be hyper vigilant effectively, and how to push back in a, safe way so you can keep yourself safe in so many different ways so you can keep yourself safe. Let me catch up with chat as well. I know I'm woefully behind right now. But yeah. Hello, Nero. Stimming isn't exclusively ADHD autistic, but it's something that's seen a lot. It's definitely a lot more awareness for being in that wheelhouse. Absolutely, Ribbon. Agreed. Suspect he has dyspraxia ADHD, so the stimming isn't surprising. There you go. I think I have vocal stim a bit. That's fine. And I ranted that already. Thank you, lovely. You're welcome. I don't feel queer enough to identify as queer sometimes, but what Waba said, it's part of the process. Yeah, in a lot of ways, Atlas, I also feel not queer enough. Like, I don't present myself very queer, very non-binary, very trans to consider myself any of those identities, but, there's more than one way to be queer. There's more than one way to be autistic. There's more than one way to be ADHD. They're all spectrums. I feel that, says Ruben. The one thing I'm also teaching to David is that he's allowed to have his own systems of organizing or doing things or remembering things. He's been so hardwired that even if the system doesn't work for him, it's the system his mom told me, so he has to use it. So he uses it, but he can't upkeep it. Right. So this is another kind of thing where, like, it's the concept of the, what is it called? It's the concept of learned helplessness, where you feel like you have to follow a certain set of guidelines and rules for yourself, even if they don't work, and even if you found things that work better for you, or rather you basically shut yourself off from potentially looking into things that could work better for you because you're just like, no, I have to do it this way. This is obviously the only way to do it, and it worked for this person. Why shouldn't it work for me? And that's not how people's brains work, I often hum melodies to calm myself down, says Spaceman, and do especially finger tapping over emotional, positive and negative, wiping with my body, and then also do the hand, fist, slap thing on feet, knees on them. Yeah. Yeah, neurodivergent isn't one size fits all, says Will. Many people just find me odd and eccentric, so I don't bother with saying I'm neurodivergent until I meet another neurodivergent person. Absolutely. Me too. I identify as pan, but have only ever had cishet male partners besides one person. I've had the "Are you sure you're queer?" kind of question. Willow, my partner, let me tell you a little story. When me and Frankie started dating, when me and my first partner started dating, I I wasn't yet out to myself as non-binary. I was basically out as like, I'm not a guy, but I don't know what I am. I'm just not a guy. And Frankie was a lesbian who had dated both men and women. and then he was bisexual, and then now he's a trans guy. And I went from I'm not a guy and I'm definitely straight to actually I'm pansexual, actually I'm non-binary, actually I'm queer, actually I'm trans non-binary. So it's all a process, and even if you're in a relationship that looks from the outside to be, you know, cis heterosexual, that doesn't necessarily make it so. You know? You can still be pan. You can still be queer. Even inside a, you know, quote unquote straight relationship. I promise. I definitely have had those moments of, am I actually autistic or am I just really strange? I feel that, Will, sometimes. Because there's some moments where I'm just like, oh, I'm really functional in life. Like, I can't possibly be autistic. I'm doing well. Which, you know, plays into the stereotype slash the just the whole deal with the fact that you cannot technically be qualifying for the diagnosis of autism if you're thriving. Nero, please get off my keyboard. I would appreciate that you get off my keyboard, actually. Thank you. Oh my god, I love him. Where am I in chat? How far up I am? Okay, ready? Speedrun time. Like, he has those checkbook and the registry things that goes with his mom drilled in. It's super important for him to have it and use it, but he never uses it. Even when I suggested we get rid of it because we won't use it, he said he needs to keep it because his mom said he needs to use it. His mom is not being very helpful, Ribbon. And you're totally valid. Yeah, agreed. I basically decided that there's a particular way we have to behave and socialize with his mom because she gets upset and takes it personally when he doesn't do it her way. It's absolutely infuriating to unteach the autism mom upbringing. Ugh. That's tragic. I hate that you have to act a certain way around his mom. This is why I don't talk to my parents in general. Because they try to do that shit. But they don't even know I'm autistic. Hey, Scrooge, welcome in. I would have liked lessons on identifying manipulation, gaslighting, growing up / school. Yeah, me too. I wish school had a class, had like a mandatory class about relationships and boundaries and manipulation, and just like everyone is required to take like this psychology of a relationship class. Could you get down, please, actually? Thank you. As someone whose trauma is in from excessive amount of manipulation and coercion, I struggle to recognize when something is a genuine offer / request and doesn't have a caveat or underlying reason behind it. Yeah, I think that's a really important lesson to learn, and it's unfortunate that it comes from, that it really does. A lot of these do stem from trauma, to be fair, as well. Harry, the boyfriend, is also worrying a lot about having to take SSRIs for his low mood. He read up a lot of articles on Reddit about folks' experiences with them, and some have upset him. He hasn't told me exactly how or what he's feeling, but he has mentioned before that about how other people view him, so I'm assuming it's to do with that. He's probably talked to me about more when he's feeling as though he has more spoons. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, you know, positives and negatives of taking SSRIs, and everyone's experience is going to be different and unique, and that's definitely a conversation he needs to take up with his doctor. And usually, if the doctor is good, they will start people on a lower dose of an SSRI, see how you're doing after like a month, and if you're doing well, then they'll up the dose, you know, if it's working, and if it's not working, or if he experiences certain symptoms, which can include increased suicidal thoughts or ideation, in which case usually the doctors would recommend you stop taking the SSRI immediately. I myself am not a doctor, but Frankie's been on several SSRIs, and I've done more than my share of research about SSRIs and know a lot from school as well. But either way, yeah, definitely something, good conversation to have with you and his doctor about how he's feeling, because I think it's important to, you know, process those feelings. Ribbon, I feel similar, says Space Fan. Someone just wanted to talk to me. Why? Who told you to talk to me? What bet did I lose? My God, I was in that wheelhouse for so long in high school, where I thought like the only people that wanted to talk with me either had a bone to pick with me or they lost a bet. If he is looking into medication, that there are non-SSRI medications for ADHD, depression, etc. Yes, there are. Hey, Michaela, welcome in. Things weird about medication in general. SSRIs just tend to be the first thing which are prescribed. That's true. I would assume, says Wills, that someone wants something from me, even my own partners at times. It's a major roadblock for me to go out and meet people like normal people do. I feel that for sure. I have a bad habit of reading into literally everything people say, so I feel this deeply. Yeah. Thank you, Atlas, for sharing. Yes, all the friggin' time. And not even what they say, but what they do. Right. Maybe this would be good to talk about because we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what is manipulation, how to spot manipulation. I think this whole paragraph basically sums it up if y'all want to read ahead while I'm reading chat. I've had to teach myself to just start taking things at face value. Yeah. God, same. I take things at face value, but then people get upset about that as well. You know, and then it's like, you know, why are you taking things so literally? And I'm like, because I have to for my own safety. That's why, you know, really need to do that too. Yeah. I can't do that. There are too many sarcastic people. Yeah. Among my friends, like I'm sarcastic, but in public, I take things at face value. For the most part, I take my partners at face value. And being honest, people don't like being read at face value a lot because sarcasm is a fluent language. Yep, there we go. And then this judging of like, that was sarcasm. Yeah. I feel like the sarcasm, it's not, but it feels like a minor gaslight. It's not, but it feels like one at times. But sometimes it can be actually / genuine a gaslight if they're playing Schrodinger's asshole with you. Which is, you know, Schrodinger's, you know, whatever, cat or whatever. You know, you put a cat in the box and you put poison in the box and you close the box and now you don't know if the cat is dead or alive. It's actually both. It's the paradox. So Schrodinger's asshole is someone says something weird or tells a off joke, and then based on your reaction, will say like, oh, I was just joking, or, you know, I was just being sarcastic. Schrodinger's asshole. Me and David started out thinking we were both straight and cis. That's so funny. I'm non-binary and pan, and he's questioning bi. He still uses him, but he also is like, I don't know if I say I'm completely cis. That's awesome. I support him on his journey. You aren't less queer for being a het-looking relationship. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, sorry, I'm earnest. We good? Moving on. Right, exactly. I think that's a good diffusal. That's a good sentence diffusal to learn. Oh no, Atlas, you got sorried. That's actually a good use of sorry though, so you can ignore that message. Nepperoni. Heck yeah, Harry is cishet with absolute queer vibes, not gonna lie, but that's his own process fear. It feels like the need to examine it further. And fellow queer folks tend to say, yeah, she's not a straight woman, to which they would be correct, but occasionally they are very incorrect. I wish we had an emotional rearing class. That'd be great. How many times have y'all been told, just control your emotions? Listen. Fucking hate that shit. Just calm down. 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 It's the biggest gaslight ever. The biggest gaslight our society tends to see as like a normal and okay thing to say and do. And I hate it. I fucking hate it.
For you hate.
Anyway, the thing is like, we can't control our emotions. Like, we can't control how something necessarily makes us feel. What we do have control over is how we react. Like, what do we do with those emotions? Like, do we take our emotions and we, you know, punch someone in their face? Probably not. Probably not the best idea. You know, do we punch some clay? Do we punch a pillow? You know, when we're happy, do we, you know, scream and shout and whoop, hooray, and throw our hands in the air and clap or whatever, you know? Everyone can choose to react in the way they want to react, physically. Yeah, while his mom is very much infuriating to deal with, she's also very strong support for David and myself, so we just keep distance and interact as needed. I see that. How? Yeah. I can't really talk with my mom much because it'll always go into health things and how bad my eating is and how And all is not so much future that's because it's sensory and even more. Yeah. I don't understand my own toxic behavior far sooner than the reasons as to why it exists. Trauma. Well, yeah. If we had friggin' classes in interpersonal relationships and that kind of dealy bop. Yeah, that's what peer support's here for, I think, Willow. Well, but the standard of SSRI is start on low dose. Just because you say that, Ribbon, doesn't make it always true. All right? Please understand, Ribbon, we live in New York. We are in a privileged state that has good controls over those kinds of things. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. I think it's important to state our privilege in being in a state that actually, like, super examines that shit and probably would have a doctor's neck if they did otherwise, or they have their license. So...
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
You were right. I've never had any direct starting on a high dose because the bounce and side effects are terrible. You'd be surprised. I've doubled my dose recently. I hope it goes well for you, Willow. Thank you for the hydrate, whoever that was. I don't know, did I ever try to count? But actually I can hide my margins really good, was able to do it. Yeah. That's basically what you learn to do, is you just learn to mask and hide. Hey, Star Girl Harpy, welcome in. Hello, hello. On this way, certain body language touches ways of speaking can activate fight or flight for me. It's taken a long time to recognize, even longer time to explain to my partner so he can assure my comfort. He's great though and completely understands and respectful of it. That's awesome, Ruben. I struggle with tone for sure. Harry doesn't have the best tone at times. I don't have the best tone at times either. I've come to learn, / I think I knew, / I've come to learn. Because as I record more and more content and I hear my voice back, I don't know what the fuck I sound like sometimes. Like, I really don't know how I sound right now. Like, I think I'm saying things in a certain way. I think I'm trying to insinuate something with my tone. So this is kind of like, this is probably why I got into voice acting in general. Because voice acting provides me a character to express emotions in a more recognizable way than my normal tone. Because I've been told my normal tone is so flat. It's so flat. I don't even realize how flat it is. It's ridiculous. Hi, Ernest. I'm Dad. His affect can be kind of flat, for lack of a better term, so I read into stuff way too fucking much. Felt. Please take me at face value is what I say as the disclaimer here. I'm not mad, I promise. I'm not whatever emotion you're assigning me. I promise. DFG, hi. Hello, Nero, as well. Nero, please move. Thank you. I definitely fall on the hyper side of emotionality, says Atlas. Like, in terms of how I take other people's emotions, how I experience my own, how long I experience my own. So one thing I've heard my entire life is, Atlas, why can't you just control your emotions? And like I've heard it time and time again, and nobody has actually said how to do so. A friend of mine has a specific way he can talk in and completely freeze me. Interesting. I get that entirely such intense emotions, don't know how to regulate them properly. Just calm down. It took me in being my 30s in therapy for my therapist to be like, you know, like distress tolerance skills and things we're talking about in learning, these are how you should react to things. Yeah. And I'm like, bruh, true. You saying calm down doesn't make me calm down. Kind of twist my knickers, as it should. We'll be even lurkier. We'll have to... Nero's in front of my screen. We'll have to rewatch on YouTube. No problem. Wish you all the best. Sends hug. All the hug, Zorb. Nero, just sit down. Thank you. There isn't necessarily right or wrong way to react to things when you haven't been taught ways to regulate. I think that's a good statement, Willow. It's about doing what works for you well, what works well for you as well for those around you. Not should react per se, but these are things I should be implementing and achieve the behaviors I want to. That's a great reframe. Yeah, don't should yourself, but things that you want to implement to achieve the behaviors you want. There you go. That's a great reframe. Like actually being in therapy to self-regulate. Therapy 2 times a week is working wonders for me. I'm glad y'all are going to therapy. This is great. I got told in fifth grade, in hospital by my roommates, first time really away from home. Actually never slept over friends before. Stop crying, I can't sleep. Since then I started to cry as soundless as possible. My tears are running, but besides them I look completely normal like today. It's okay to cry, Space Fan. Really saw that happen too. Hi, Stargirl Harpy, welcome in again. Actually, jealous only once a week, it's all the time, what the fuck. Hey, Asta, welcome in. I think I have to rush from my list, blah, blah. Playing for it, necessarily a point. Don't exist at the moment, okay. Am I just reading people talking back and forth now? Have I caught up on chat? I've caught up on chat. I like the face value thing. I think that's why Bestie and me both know is so good for me. Yeah, Yeah, honestly, just taking people at face value helps so much, even in like manipulation circumstances, because a lot of times, especially if they're like a little bit narcissistic, they'll just tell you to their face that they're trying to manipulate you, or like they're trying to, you know, do something funky, you know, or they'll tell it to your face, but then they'll laugh it off as a sarcasm and be like, "Oh, I was just joking. I was just joking." Also, do we like music on or music off, by the way? Always gaslight myself on those things that I should not pressure my emotions onto others just by them being able to see them. Sorry, I'm so far behind. It's okay. I'm far behind. There's no need to say sorry. Your emotions are valid. Yeah, you're back. Now sometimes I just start crying without knowing why, which sucks because I don't want the attention in that moment. But you're allowed to cry. Crying is a way to regulate emotions. Before I got to that community, I wasn't accustomed to the direct thing. Right. Oh, I feel that. Because, like, I've had to deal with so many people in my life that have not spoken directly to me, have been, you know, tongue-in-cheek or sarcastic all the time without me knowing them at first. And it's just a bit frustrating. It's like, come on. Choose one. Choose one, please. But if I'm on the edge of crying every goddamn day else the whole time, I don't know. That's a good question. Do you feel like there's things in your environment that you could change to make it so that you don't feel like crying every day? I'm gonna quick ball you for a second here. Have you identified the things in your environment that are making you cry? Is there ways to change those things in your environment that are triggering you to cry? Have you ever fully let yourself cry and process the emotions you're feeling? So like naming your emotions out loud, talking to yourself either in your head or out loud about what you're crying about, and kind of, you know, getting that through your processing through it. Because self-soothing is a thing, and you should definitely try to process your emotions to some way or degree. Because if you keep holding it all in, then it's just, you know, going to build up and explode eventually. I exclusively speak in hyperbole, and it's something I have to catch myself doing a lot of times because people take me literally. Yes, I take you literally, Ribbon, but I think you also do that a bit as a defense mechanism, but I'm only saying that because I know you so well. I cried yesterday at Harry, but kind of got frustrated with him not being available to talk about what happened until very late in the evening. I realized that I was actually feeling really lonely, and that I expected him to fill that gap. I didn't take into consideration what he might be needing or feeling. I think that is good to, like, be aware of, like, your emotional needs, but also, you know, the other person's emotional needs, that sometimes we aren't able to, you know, meet both, you know, and it's okay to just meet your own in the moment, but without taking that from someone else. I struggle with knowing what is normal and what is not. What should I tell someone, my therapist, or environment in general? When should I tell something, my therapist or environment in general? I don't know. I think everything's on the table, Space Fan. Not exclusive. That sentence itself was not hyperbole. Yeah. I'm very abstract and not especially logical person. Be right back, just washing this face mask off. No problem. Okay. So basically, I'm going to talk about manipulation because of this 20 seconds of this video here.
One is being able to know if somebody else is manipulating you or trying to coerce you or dominate over you in order to get what they want. I'm worried that if autistic people do not know that this is occurring, then they will not have the capacity to be able to advocate for themselves. That leads me to the next one. Okay,
so how do we determine if someone is manipulating us? So, I've been through this before, and I love this question, because I think this is a very good question to know the answer to. So, in general, I'm just gonna start off by saying, what, you know, is this person? This is my question. If you're trying to determine if someone is manipulative, do they have a giant incongruency between their words and actions? It's right here, but I think this is one that you can be able to tell right away that someone is trying to manipulate you or is toxic to you in some way, shape, or form. There is no one way to be manipulative, but that is one of the bigger signs, I would say. And sometimes you have to understand in manipulation in general, sometimes manipulation can be pro-social or beneficial relationships, basically trying to, think about people who are trying to elicit sympathy in others. There's a manipulation of sorts, we could call it, that's happening there. But more often than not, we recognize it as the antisocial or harmful relationship kind of manipulation. Nero, please stop. You are grabbing my whole hand, and I need you to not, bro. So they talk about how, like, how babies, cry, throw a temper tantrum to get their needs met, which is, basically what a baby's going to do. They don't have any other way to communicate, so they're just going to cry, throw a fit until they get what they want, especially if they can't talk yet, So it says, for teenagers, pro-social example of manipulation would look like telling a white lie to help their friends save face or keep their position in a social group. And then by adulthood, many adults grow out of manipulative tendencies, develop more subtle ways of achieving their goals, like being assertive, setting healthy boundaries. These are probably also very important skills to learn. I would add on is learning how to be assertive without being aggressive and setting healthy boundaries for yourself. And remember, that's the thing. Boundaries are for your comfortability. Period. That's the end of that sentence. Boundaries are for your comfortability. If someone says that they're uncomfortable with your boundary, turn around and run. Because that is not someone you should probably associate yourself with. And I get it if, like, people, like, push back at first, but as someone who sets boundaries, you need to be consistent. You need to be firm and reaffirm your boundaries and keep your boundaries with anyone. And if someone tries to push your boundaries, which they might, either by accident or on purpose, just stay strong and be like, no, I'm not okay with this. No means no. If they keep insisting, get out of that situation as fast as you can. Honestly, because then they're meaning you harm. Friends don't push other friends' boundaries unless there's consent to do so. I know almost all of them, but there are too many. Like, lost of my dog and grandpa. Grandpa will be away start February for a year. My dog started June. I need animal support, but I can't get it right now. I've meant to come in for a while, particularly to talk about a little about what you DM me about, but I'm not able to stay long on it right now. Right now I'm good, and I'm pretty well mapped me out. Yes. Oh my gosh. I do remember our conversation, actually. I'm going to go to our DMs real quick just to... Yep, that's precisely what it's about. Okay. I'm glad you're saying hey to us, Stargirl, today. I appreciate you. And just know that you are surrounded by friends, and you're surrounded by people who have experienced the same thing. Let me actually DM my mod real quick. Okay. Let me actually catch up with chat now again. But also, school triggers so many things. Just got the thought today that every time I get emotional through a memory and struggle my day, that it could be this flashback / experience this thing again thing. I don't know for sure, but what would make sense for what I can read about everywhere. So what you're saying is when you experience something in school that triggers you, you get a flashback. I mean, that definitely feels like PTSD to me. Midnight is the most manipulative person I know, / joking. But also he's constantly snuggling and crying earlier because he wanted second lunch. I mean, Sky is the most manipulative cat I've ever met. That's kind of what I did with Harry yesterday, because I missed out on being able to regulate myself. Threw a bit of a tantrum. At least I'm aware of it, I guess. Just kind of feel ashamed about it. I understand feeling ashamed about it. But I'm wondering for yourself, can you give yourself a break and say, maybe I don't yet have all the tools to be able to regulate myself in these situations because I wasn't taught the tools. And so I should go out and seek how to learn these tools and practice them in my everyday life. Because I think there's definitely arguments to be had about, feeling ashamed, but you could make feeling ashamed be a catalyst to eliciting positive change in yourself. Like, you're not okay with that for yourself. You feel bad about doing it. Okay. How do we move past that? I don't know. I always look at a lot of things in here as a point of like potential self-development. Not everything always has to be about self-development, but I end up making it about self-development. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But it can be helpful in trying to process it for some people. Is it manipulation when you can't get what you need, like help, and try to get it by showing some people more of your emotional being? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's not necessarily a bad manipulation, as again, manipulation can be in a pro-social or beneficial kind of way. And, think about someone who's trying to elicit sympathy, crying is a way to connect with other people, period. If you've ever watched the movie Inside Out, there's this little girl, Riley, and we take an adventure inside of her mind and her emotions, and basically joy, the emotion of joy and happiness, keeps shoving aside sadness, thinking sadness is an unnecessary emotion. But in fact, sadness is a very necessary emotion for her to be able to connect with others and to seek help in that way. So a lot of people seek help through crying, through expressing sadness. So there's nothing inherently wrong about that. Now, if it's a situation where it's like crocodile tears, you're not really sad, but you're using tears to gain attention, then there could be the argument to be like, okay, this is a maladaptive kind of, way to garner attention is, oh, boo-hoo, look at me, Most of my CPTSD is school related. There you go. I certainly don't have all the tools yet. I'm doing my best to be kind to myself, but I'm also aware that others might find my behavior immature. True. I don't like being viewed as immature, but I'm trying to learn how to become more independent and self-regulated. Some people will just view me that way while I also learn to improve myself. We're all works in progress, and that's okay. I'm very frightened as being viewed as manipulative. That's another thing, actually. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is something I've feared myself for many years. I thought I was some sort of like weirdo who was like socially manipulating people and getting people to like me because I was being a nice person. And I thought, like, I'm not actually this nice person, though. I'm just manipulating them to be my friend. They don't really like me, They only like me because I do these things for them. And, they'll stop liking me as soon as I stop doing those things for them. And then I stopped doing those things and they still liked me because, I'm me. I'm still myself and a person and am a kind person. I'm just not doing things for them, but they still like me. I wasn't manipulating anyone. I was just making friends. And my autistic brain couldn't wrap my head around that for whatever reason. Anyway, yes, I feel that. And especially also as a trauma survivor, I also feel that. Because it's like you become so hypervigilant sometimes about, people manipulating you. You also feel in case you also feel like you are now the aggressor potentially, because maybe the person who traumatized you made you believe that you were the aggressor. So now you feel like you're the one who's manipulating. You feel like you're the one who's, being the bully. In this case, we'll call it the bully. So anyway, main signs you're dealing with a manipulative person. Manipulation isn't always the easiest spot. In fact, sometimes it can be very subtle, very subtle. Those with antisocial personality disorder may come across as very charming, but their goal may be to have control or harm you. I feel like this is a bad example because those people with antisocial personality disorder are suffering in their own way with an inability to feel empathy or make connections with others. But what they're talking about here is sociopath, psychopath stuff, where people have no empathy and want to control others, have control over people, or harm other people. So big signs: persistent excessive attention, love flattery. You can also put this in the category of this is like this is not just emotional manipulation, but this is like how to get into abusive relationship 101 is the push and pull method, where you show a person, you love bomb, you show a person a lot of affection all at once, in the start, and then you pull that affection back and make them like chase after it, make them feel like they've done something to wrong you, and then you give it back, but not fully, and then you do this push pull, push push, push pull, and it creates a very toxic relationship where you're now in a power dynamic where you feel like you always owe this person in some way, and that you've wronged them. And we'll talk about DARVO as well. Where's my DARVO? Where's my DARVO tab? Where are you? Did I close my DARVO tab? We'll talk about DARVO. Oh, it's right here. It's literally staring me in the face. Nobody told me. That's great. Persistence despite boundaries. Also, this is just huge red flag in general. Hey, no, I'm not okay with this. Haha, that's funny. I know you're just joking. It's okay. I can do it because I'm your friend. No, that's not okay. That is manipulation. They're trying to manipulate you in some way, shape, or form. Be like, well, I can do it because of this reason. Or like, well, I'm your mom. Well, I'm your teacher. Nah, that shit don't fly. Time pressure to get you to act. This could be like, hey, you call you and this person call on the phone and be like, let's meet up at 5. And it's like, okay, 5 o'clock. And then they show up at 4. And then they're like, here, this will be a DARVO example as well. They show up at 4 and they're like, come on, aren't you ready? And you're like, no, I'm not ready. You said 5. And they're like, I didn't say 5. You must have misheard me. Come on, I obviously said 4. Like, and then you like, well, I wrote it down. You said 5. It's like, well, you should have known that I always come to these meetouts early. Like, you know that about me. I always come here early. So you're the stupid one. So come on, just get in the car. Like, you should be lucky I'm even here right now. Like, God, I'm like going on my way to like hang out with you, and make the other person feel like they have to apologize and be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I should have known that. I should have known that you came early. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Let me get dressed. Let's go. Repeat indefinitely. Incongruence between words and actions. Huge one. Person says one thing, does another. Red flag. Big red flag. You feel guilt, shame, or generally off around this person. Again, in the example that I just had, quick example, you'd feel very off about being told, trying to be gaslit about this. And let's say the situation happens again. And instead you're like, okay, well, we said 5 o'clock last time, but you actually came at 4, so maybe you could write down to get here around 5 instead. The person who's trying to DARVO you and manipulate you could be like, what are you calling me, stupid? I can fucking remember the time. I'll be there on time. Don't worry. I'll be there at 5. And then 5 o'clock rolls around. They don't show up. 5:30, you call them. And they're like, oh, well, I was just feeling so pressured because, you were yelling at me and you basically calling me stupid, so I didn't think you even wanted to hang out anyway, so I didn't even bother. And again, you're put in this position where you feel like you're at fault for this person's irregular, incongruent behavior, irrational behavior, and you feel guilty, you feel shameful. And this is manipulation 101. To what end they're trying to, to what end are they trying to manipulate you? Like, why are they manipulating you? You don't have to know that. You don't have to know the why. You could probably guess the why, but you don't have to know the why. What's important is that you get yourself out of that situation, or you identify that situation at the very least, and find a way to get out of that situation, or again, try to like hold their feet to the fire. Have them take responsibility for their actions. Stuff like that. Here, a lot of these things I just named. These are types of manipulations in relationships. Coercive control, taking charge of your schedule, money, or connections. This is like, you can't talk to these people. Well, actually, you can't spend your money on that. You have to spend your money on this. You need to make sure that you have, you take these classes, not those classes, and work at these times, but not those times. Changing the rules, move the goalposts, make the finish line harder and harder to achieve. Emotional blackmail, threatening to release information or abandoning you unless you oblige. Like, you better, or else I'll tell everyone about this thing. So ridiculous. Gaslighting, classic. Denying or minimalizing what you see, hear, feel, or know. And then guilt tripping, keeping score, reminding them what you owe them, playing victim, isolating, trying to limit access, just straight up lying. Again, love bombing is here. Passive aggression, projection. Projection's so funny. Projection is so funny. Wow, I can't believe you'd gaslight me like this. Silent treatment, smear campaign, talking badly about you behind your back to others. Triangulation, getting their friend to try to persuade you. Triggering insecurities, put downs, casting insults disguised as jokes. Why are you so sensitive? Hate that shit. Yeah. Your learned behaviors that have protected you for so long end up being maladaptive at times too, which can be manipulation. Absolutely. Yeah. Learned behaviors can become maladaptive because you don't need to use those coping mechanisms anymore. But all you know how to do is fight back, or cuddle or ball yourself up in a corner. I think I need to remind myself that occasionally maladaptive actions don't make someone a manipulative person per se. True. Hate that shit, yeah. Even hide to cry and don't destroy their good days. Also not to be seen so I don't get in danger. Old fears of getting made fun of by crying, which I got for a few years in school. Will be a good day tomorrow. I hope tomorrow's a good day. Next time I was so shocked when I mentioned he'd gaslit me a few times. Yeesh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeesh. They're not keeping score. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to talk about with this is just the opposite of manipulation, is someone who's taking responsibility, someone who admits blame, admits fault when fault is to be had, is consistent with their thoughts and with their actions and what they say and what they do, is open to criticism, is open to communication, and doesn't try to gaslight you or coerce you or do any of this shit, basically, when discussing something that's important. All right, it's going to be ad time, so I'll see you in a few minutes. And then we'll talk about this a little bit, maybe. All right, be right back. Yeah, I don't see the Aldi ad, and I wish I did. That sounds fun. Aldi D&D ad. I was like trying to Google that. This is Christmas ad.
Waited, then William Conker appeared. Inside, the Plumpty Dumptys prepared a big celebration.
Welcome to my world of festive innovation.
Look, trumpeting sprouts.
The guests were told politely they really mustn't touch, but the greedy, gluttonous grape
So Willy
didn't listen
Wonka.
very much.
My beautiful gravy.
The sulky, sour rhubarb always put herself first. It was just a matter of time before her bubble burst.
I want a mince pie now.
Came a frosty shout. Then she learned her lesson, that spoiled little sprout.
I can see his plum crack.
Christmas isn't selfish. It's not all me, me, me. Yet nobody had mentioned this to the mischievous Kiwi. Only Kevin the Carrot clearly understood the true meaning of Christmas and the importance of being good.
It's Willy Wonka.
Congratulations, Kevin. You've passed the test. I'd like to present you with the cheese to the factory.
Wow, that's huge, Willy. Can I share my good fortune with everyone?
That's the spirit, Kevin.
Seasonal goodwill was truly in the air, for Christmas is a time that's sweeter when you share.
Cheese to the factory. Beautiful. Anyway. Anyway. So, manipulation, next point.
Self-advocacy. Right now, you've probably seen the
Whoops.
ADHD.
Whoops.
Do autistic people need to be? They will not have the capacity to be able to advocate
Okay,
for themselves.
next part of this.
That leads me to the next one, self-advocacy.
Right.
Right now, what I notice is that autistic people are being trained out of self-advocacy because their attempts to self-advocate are punished a lot of the time, misconstrued, and used to fuel gaslighting. And the third is learning ways to say no that does not trigger another person who has poor boundaries. Let's just say that it could be socially normative for people to not respect boundaries. In order to counteract this social normative problem, then autistic people may need to learn more inventive and sophisticated ways to set boundaries with people who are going to become aggressive when that occurs, which again I have noticed is social.
All right. So, self-advocacy and learning how to say no and learning how to say no to people who have poor boundaries. I wish I had good advice for this. I wish I had good advice for this. Because it can be really, really just grating when someone, especially in a position of power, asserts that power over you, and you want to be able to say no, but you also feel like you're unable to say no in that situation because of the power differential. Right, that's definitely where I was going to go eventually with this, Atlas, is like, just don't be around those people. Like, straight up do not give them your time of day if you can. But if you have to be around them, you have to have to learn and adapt on the fly how to deal with them and how to, like, let them down gently. Because especially as she goes on to say, it's become normative for people to react to no's with anger. And this is like a celebrated thing. This is like a societal celebrated thing. Like, yeah, it's okay that, you know, this person responded to you in anger, you know, you didn't listen to them, so of course they're angry. Cough, cough, abuser apologists of the world. You know, but also in general, people who uphold a societal norm of, you know, sexism and the toxic masculinity of, like, you know, being aggressive when someone tells you no. People are like, oh, yeah, of course, you know, they got angry. You said no to them. And it's just like, well, I'm allowed to say no. Like, everyone has the ability to say no. Everyone has their own, you know, you're allowed to stand on your own 2 feet and say no to things that you're not comfortable with. But sometimes it's not always safe to say no. What is considered, and sometimes the other thing is learning to say no where it's not perceived as rude. Because there's the other thing is, you know, maybe you don't get the overt aggression, but you get some covert aggression where it's like, if you say no to this, or if you say no in the wrong way, well, guess what? Your boss is going to fire you because you were rude, because you don't know how flat your voice is, and they take that to mean something else, and they don't take you at face value, etc., so forth. So a lot of these situations, it needs to be kind of a live and learn. There's never going to be a fast and loose, you know, way that's going to work for everyone, unfortunately. You kind of have to learn by observation, by pattern recognition, by observation, by kind of figuring out, like, what is the correct combination of words at times, in order to make the situation go in your favor, or at the very least, go neutral enough so it doesn't hurt you. I found myself in these situations very often. Even still to this day, I feel this pressure to be able to learn people's script, learn people's way of speaking, and push when I feel comfortable. But unfortunately, sometimes when you push when you feel comfortable, and you know, you get comfortable with someone that you probably shouldn't be comfortable with, you end up speaking out your fucking mouth, speaking out your ass, and then it gets you in trouble. So this is something I know I have to be careful of, particularly. But I'm usually pretty good, but sometimes it does happen. It does happen. And there's really nothing you can do about it except, you know, kind of accept responsibility, try to move on, and be like, you know, okay, I'm sorry that I, you know, sorry that, you know, I said this. How can I make this better? You know, how can we move forward with this, if they're willing to move forward? This just talks a bit about, you know, what is considered a social norm, social cues, such as small talk, sarcasm, what is considered manners in someone's culture, verbal, nonverbal cues, you know, not looking directly at others can be a difference in communication depending on culture, calling names, verbal attempts to get attention, finding it difficult to keep up with ongoing conversation, etc., so forth. All these things, you know, there are always things to keep aware of. Everyone's going to have different ways to communicate, different ways to get their ideas across, different ways to engage in small talk. Some small talk requires you to go back and forth with someone. I don't really care too much for small talk. But sometimes there are ways to learn small talk, and ways to tell yourself that it is helpful, and this is how this person shows care and shows love. Which brings me to my last point that I wanted to make about this, again, in a big sense of things of, you know, how do neurotypicals communicate versus how do autistic people communicate, which then brings me to love languages. Oh, we always swing it back to relationships, don't we? When I go get my haircut and it's like, hey, did you watch XYZ the other day? Ugh. And it's just like, this doesn't have to do with my hair. I would rather you focus on my hair, thank you. So, neurodivergent love languages. You do not have to, and this is not just for romantic relationships, this is for friendships as well. You do not have to abide by the neurotypical's definition of what a friendship means, what a romance looks like, etc., and so forth. Rightio. So, in short order, we have the neurodivergent love languages. We have info dumping, body doubling, parallel play, unmasking, and penguin pebbling. Very fun. Basically, info dumping. You know it. You love it. It's basically what I'm doing right now because I love all of you. I'm info dumping. I'm telling you the extent of my knowledge about a certain topic, including facts, ideas, feelings, all at once. Just bleh, info dump. That is the epitome of my streams at any given time, and my ADHD lets me info dump about so many things. Someone says something about one thing in the chat, I go on an hour about it. Or longer, sometimes I feel like. Not actually, but that's what it feels like. Basically, it's the love language that you want to share you share everything with someone. And it can be a great way to connect, or at least we see it as a good way to connect, because by expressing your knowledge, you show that you're passionate about this, and showing passion, I think, is a really great thing, and I think it's a admirable thing to be passionate about stuff and or things. So that's all cool. Penguin pebbling, literally named after the whole thing with like penguins carrying tiny little pebbles to present to their mates as a sign of affection and love. Is getting like small items, small trinkets, like little gemstones, you know, maybe actual pebbles sometimes. This is kind of like the idea of, you know, giving, this is like gift giving as a love language, but it's in like, you know, a smaller form. It's not so grand, extravagant. It's just kind of like, here's a little trinket. Like, oh, I found this shell. I think it was pretty and I thought of you. Oh my God, this is why something politics with my dad. Fuck. Oh no. Atlas has just discovered something. Good to know. I'm scared, but also interested into what you discovered. Parallel play. Parallel play is a great one. We also can call this ADHD body doubling, which is basically we don't have to interact, but we can. But as long as we're in the same room and we're doing our own thing, parallel playing, co-working, body doubling. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. It's a nice sense of connection. You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk to one another in order to have a connection. You don't have to talk to one another to know that you love one another. In fact, I find oftentimes that being in silence with my partners is the times where I feel the most loved. So I'll leave it there. Why I do politics with my dad, it's wanting to info dump and explore ideas. Oh no, yeah. Hey, I found this thing at a charity shop that made me think of you. Here you go. I do that a lot. There you go. Boom. And it's someone I care about. Oh God, yeah. Don't find it. Maybe get ads next time. Yeah. I like co-working. I thought parallel play was kink for too long, to be honest. I mean, it could be. Anyway, deep pressure. This is otherwise known as please press my soul back into my body. Frankie likes this a lot, and this is the neurodivergent version of appropriate physical touch. And think of this as like, you know, what sensory does person need right now? Hug, weighted blanket, deep pressure massage. Maybe it's not touching someone at all as well. You know, or giving someone a blanket instead of, you know, comforting them with your own body. Giving them a blanket. Weighted blankets are so good. Everyone should have one. 100%. Support swapping. Kind of similar to info dumping. Support swapping is both providing and receiving support within a relationship. It involves helping each other through difficult times, sharing resources, providing emotional validation. For neurodivergent individuals, the form of support can be vital for building and maintaining healthy relationships. So basically just being a person they can come to and talk to you openly about anything that is going on, that's bothering them, that's exciting them, whatever it is. I like going to doctor's appointments with Frankie, even though I don't like the doctors myself. I'll go with him to his doctor's appointments. Because it's basically, think of this as like emotional support. The biggest form of emotional support. So yeah. Those are the 5 neurodivergent love languages as this person understands them. And I think it's really fucking cool. And that's all there is to it. All right. I'll catch up with the chat now.
Come catch Waba live, only on Twitch.
Let me just close out all of these. Oh yeah, I brought up the Venn diagram of BPD, ADHD, and autism, but we'll talk about that another day. Body doubling is very interesting, like mirroring. No, mirroring would be like you're doing the same thing, or you're like mirroring your like stims, like vocal or physical stims. Parallel play is that you're both doing something different. So one person would be like working on like their essay, another person would be like doing a coloring book or whatever. Like you're just being in the same room together. I like co-working. I thought probably about that. Yeah, I'm going to be starting a co-working stream soon because I cannot do work by myself. That's awesome, Willow. I'll come by sometime when I'm doing work. Weighted blankets, yes. Just got a weighted pillow. I'm about to get very excited about it. Hell yeah. I can't exist without mine anymore. Even take weighted blankets with me to therapy. It's a good support tool that you can take anywhere. I feel like Harry is better able to talk to me about things that he finds difficult, and that makes me really happy. I'm glad he feels able to do that. I'm happy that you're happy. But this 1/10 of your body weight is BS. I need more. I need almost half of my weight. What do you mean 1/10 of your body weight? Like as a weighted blanket? Yeah, you can get a heavier weighted blanket. Mirror stims, at least a little bit. Yes. So normal friend stuff. Yes, for us, normal friend stuff. For other people, maybe not so much. Co-working fam, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I have the co-working VC in the Discord. That's why it's there. Yeah. Alright. Discordio. Patreon. Those are my promotions. I will promote once for the day. My promotion for the day is follow me on Patreon because I recorded 6 videos today that are all going to be for early access on Patreon / maybe 1 or 2 of them is going to be exclusive. We'll see. You don't have to subscribe to me, but just follow me and you get entered into the monthly giveaways. Right now it's at $10. When we get to 25 paid subs, it'll be at $25. Questions, comments, or concerns about the material presented? Go. Because good lord, I feel like an expert at times, but at other times I am not a total expert, and I don't know everyone's super personal experience, but this is a good place to share it if you want to, and get peer support from others. Next, we'll be moving on to Power Wash Sim, because I need a Power Wash Sim, because I need to justify it as a business expense. Let me write that down before I forget. Justifiable business expenses. Justifiable business expenses. Oh, one more advertisement for today, which is if you are a streamer and in the US and need help with your taxes, pay me $25 an hour and I'll do your taxes for you. Note, I am not a certified accountant, but I like doing taxes and they're fun. So if you need help, let me know. I can at least point you in the right direction, because I use Free Tax USA, which is silly, but it works. It's funny that it's called that, is what I mean. DLC times 2. There we go. 16. There we go. Ba-doo. My dream is to open a pay what you can, pay it forward therapy service one day, and I want to stock up on neurodivergent comfort bits and sensory items. That'd be great. Hello, Sky. Your weight blanket should not go over 1/10 of your body weight, or else things can go wrong / hurt / damage your body. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Also, not just for a couch/chair, but like a beanbag or comfy rug for floor time. Floor time. Want the clients to be 100% comfortable and be able to sit, stand, lie down, however they wish one day. That'd be awesome. That'd be heckin' awesome. Let me beep boop. Okay. Me playing now. Alright. If anyone wants to play Power Watch Sim with us, come into live streaming VC. I have Ribbon, I have Will with me, and I think I have Ribbon as well. If they show up, if they're around. If they have not fallen asleep. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming to my TED Talk. Let's do power washing. But also feel free to ask me anything mental health related. Anything and everything mental health related. Anything and everything. Anything. Anything, Waba? Anything. But what about the... Yes. The answer is yes. Just ask. I promise I won't bite hard unless you want me to. But I probably still won't. I'm not good at biting. That's not true. I'm great at biting. I'm a great biter. I'm a great biter. But I probably still won't bite. Power wash. Simulator. Boop. Well. Will's probably away for the moment. Did it switch over? No. There we go. Only took me clicking it 7 times for it to work. Space Fan says, yes, I told my therapist 2 sessions ago that I don't like his room. It's too white/black for the big table. It makes me uncomfortable. Also don't like the chair. He said we could try another room from a coworker of him right beside his room. This room is so comfy and just has the soles knocked bright, and the chair is comfortable and a bit wider. Also no table. So yes, make it comfy, please. Yeah. Back in my day, when I had a therapist, also, music on or off for Power Wash Simulator. Like you get those ASMR tingles. Hold on, let me configure everything correctly though first. Probably be a good idea. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Definitely do my best. It won't be comfortable for everyone, unfortunately, but I'm going to do my best to make it accessible as humanly possible. Right. You can always arrange the room as well. I asked Farhan earlier, but someone else said they prefer it off, so I don't mind if we switch it off for other folks' enjoyment. Yeah, I'm okay with off. All right. Back to the future. Universal Studios needs help with the production of an iconic film trilogy. You're going to see some serious dirt. Doc Brown's Van. 1984. Film producer, Twin Pines Mall, 1984. Power Wash Services wanted to get into the movie business with me at Universal Studios. You see, I'm a producer currently on location, looking at a dirty prop and wishing I had a big old water pistol to wash it down with. When I said as much as set, my intern pointed you out in the phone book. I had no idea power washing was even a thing, but apparently people watch it for hours on the VHS. Who knew? Think you'd be up for coming down and helping us out? We loaned a medium-sized truck to another production. It's come back filthy as anything we needed for our next shot. Thanks a lot. Start job. Will. Will was gonna power wash with me, but he might be away from his computer right now. And also, Ribbon. But Ribbon is taking a nap. I'm gonna let Ribbon sleep. Interesting. He laughed, but he told me to not laugh about me, but about the situation because nobody ever went with a blanket and 3 plushies of therapy. Every time so far I got my blanket with me, so the last 3 times. I remember I have to ask if the doggo will be there this week. Doggo. Wow, this is a big parking lot. Oh my god. Twin Pines Mall. I feel like I've been here before. I feel like I've genuinely been to this particular mall before. Like, where did they film this? Where'd they film this? God, you can walk around for quite a while, actually. Looks American. Yeah, alright. I know it's American. Why can I go so far? Oh my gosh. A big rectangle. Like a horror movie scene. I mean, it's just a mall at nighttime. Southern California, if I recall. Really? Twin Pines does sound like a California location, doesn't it? Okay, I found the boundaries of the map. Good to know. Hello, Photo Hut. Film sale. Alright, what power washer? We have regular power washer. Alright. I wanted to check the achievements for this, because I like getting all the achievements. Complete the Doc Brown's van job. Complete the time machine job. Complete the clock tower job. 2015, you mean we're in the future? Complete the Holomax theater job. Complete the Doc's time train job. In the clock tower job, ring the bell. In the Holomax theater job, activate the holographic shark. Watch the time machine reappear. Clean the grid wall first in the Holomax theater. In Doc's time train, clean the flux capacitor and the particle colliders first. This huge thing is only like in Germany or Globus? Puerto Hills Mall serves as a location for the fictional Twin Pines Mall, according to the first hit on Google. Thank you, Google. All right, so we have this van. I don't know how those lights are going through all the grime, but you know, it's here. Also, I got to open this up to confirm. Let me invite friend as well. Okay. Very interesting. Oh, we get the trident. We get the trident. All right, the cheating one. Hey there. Welcome to the set. Also, let me know if I should turn sounds up. It's very low. I can see that it's very low. I'm Alex. I'm a total whiz with a pager, so the producers asked me to regularly check in with you. A pager? Bet you're excited to be on a movie set, aren't you? Aren't you? I know I am. Ding. 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 Just an intern, but I'm so excited I haven't slept for 2 days. That's not good, Alex. You should probably sleep. Almost can feel the fog in my body. Dang. Thank goodness for the sugar rush of waffle puffs. Bro. This man's been on sugar for 2 days. Hello, Sky. Please move your butt. So the movie's called Back to the Future. Yeah, do tell. Tell me about the movie Back to the Future. I've never heard of it before. Ha ha ha. I know. Back, but to the future? How is that even possible? I don't know. guess it just is. You just have to trust the process. I am very fast with power washing. No joke, the title alone is making my brain fizz. Poor Alex, the intern. I've already seen it's just the tip of a huge mind-bending iceberg. Or shoe. I tell you more about what's going on here, but I haven't seen the script. They're keeping that closer to the chest than a spandex tank top. Closer to their chest than a spandex tank top. Oh my god. I think it's leftover pizza and needle festing time. Indeed. What would I give to read that thing? Dr. E. Brown Enterprises, 24-hour scientific services. What would a 24-hour scientific service even do? We need a scientist. Stat! Well, there's not only Dr. E. Brown Enterprises. Scientist on demand, 24/7. Perfect. Get him on the phone. We need a scientist. Yeah, the movie job title of scientist. Quickly, we need someone to write things down so we're not just fucking around. Everyone can tell the movie's about a high school kid who's best friends with a mad scientist. Morty, you gotta believe me, we gotta go back in time. We gotta go back to the future, Morty. Morty, trust me. The high school kid's actually called Marty McFly. Sounds like a Scottish insect, but he's really cool. Frost. I'm not even drinking. Is there anything you're supposed to say to Prost? Or it's just you all say Prost together? Dang. Alright, buddy. Producers are loving that suit of yours. Why, thank you. Is my suit different than usual? Oh, goodbye, Sky. Hi. Good morning. Frankie just woke up. Yes, I got your drugs. If you don't block Schultz, your forehead gets bumped by side hand. I've seen that. It's so interesting. I've seen that before. It's so silly, so interesting. Germans are funny. Roof spotlight. Oh, this one. There we go. Then roof trim. Where else is this roof trim? A bit confused. Ah. There we go. Hey Sam, welcome in. How's it going today? How's it going? We're doing some power washing. Awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Great Scott. Meow. Boom. Oh, we're in our normal power washing suit. Okay. Want to get into the movie business with us at Universal Studios? You see, I'm a producer currently on location looking at dirty prop. Oh, I already said all that. Continue. We did it. The time machine. Hello again. Meet our movie star's vehicle, the time machine. It's a car that's been modified by the genius inventor Doc Brown to incorporate a flux capacitor fueled by bootleg plutonium naturally. Reaches its top speed of 88 miles per hour in no time, so to speak. Writing those timelines is cold work, just left it covered in temporal ice and astral particle. Basically, our props department had a field day with it. We need to clean for one last take. We'd really appreciate if you kept everything you'd seen today under your hat, or rather mask. The future depends on it. Meow. What are you meowing about? Your dad thinks 3 classes are enough for you to finish college. Whoa. Sky. What are you doing? Whoops. Achievement stop. I mean, does your college say that 3 is enough? If your college says 3 is enough, then it doesn't matter what your dad thinks. Because that makes him wrong. How incredible does this car look, right? It does look pretty incredible. It's the DeLorean. No idea what the bits are and what they do, but it does look exactly how I imagine a time machine were to look if it was a car. Flux cable. By the way, we had to keep the gull wing doors locked. Why is that? The team installed some highly sensitive electronics inside that don't mix well with water. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Ding da da ding. Out of time. Also, from what I've already seen, there's going to be a dog hopping in and out of it all night. Anyway. Ding, 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 ding. Now, in this scene, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Even though I've seen this movie a couple times. Try to pick up what everyone's saying unless you're stood right next to the boom mic, which I'm not allowed to do as I fidget too much. Understandable. Nope, I add 2 classes from the next semester, but I have 4 classes from this semester. I would just follow what your school says to do, honestly. Whatever your school recommends versus what you're able to do that, you know? Just so you know, they're planning on testing out the time-traveling special effects soon, so watch out for that. Yeah? Are they? You're about to see some serious special effects. Yeah? Am I? Am I really? The car is 99, but I'm still missing more than 3 parts. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Tires, windshield wiper. Okay, rear flux box. I don't know what the rear flux box is. Ah. There we go. Oh! Where are you going? We. Oh. Oh. Well, that can't be good. Gotta clean the fire. Wait, can we actually clean the fire? Oh my god, we can. Yeah, this is unacceptable. Get this fire out of here. Oh. We did it. Whoa! Okay, that was cool. Okay, that was cool. Okay, that was cool. Oh, is that not working? Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. That was friggin' cool. Alright. Yum. Nice. Hill Valley Clock Tower. Alright. Hey, Power Watching Services. Any chance you're free to come down to Universal Studios backlot? We're just wrapping up our film's incredible climax sequence. The special effects team threw together everything out at our clock tower, even lightning. Now the film's in the can, and we need to meticulously clean down for the next production. You did a fantastic job on our vehicles, and actually the first person we thought of. Thanks a lot. Okay. Do we have to do anything here? Nope, nothing special. Just clean it. Oh, wow. A veteran thing. Memorial. This is huge. I can walk around everywhere here. Oh my gosh. Paints. Your color here. Stevenson Baker. Auto dealer. It's like a lawyer service. Is this Gaynor's Hideaway? That's great. This is the movie theater. For sure that's the movie theater. Gas station. Set. Roy's Records. Bank of Hill Valley. That's Mr. Forrester. Travel service. Alright, so gotta clean giant thing. Elite Barbershop. Holtz. Go down this way. Hi. How's it going?
Where are my drugs?
Are your drugs?
Yes.
They're on top of the thing next to the bedroom. Top of the wind thing. You can actually go in here. Wait a second. You go up in here. Hello? Oh, hello. Oh, you can go all the way up in here. It's the clock tower. You can close those. I see. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Got some verticality here to this level. Alright. Cool. Welcome back. We left the front doors open so you can use the staircase. Should make putting that stuff up by the clock much easier. Thank you. This is a big job. I'll definitely would like Will's help on this one. I still haven't seen the script, but I've watched them film this scene 1,000 times, so I can talk you through it. Sure, talk me through it. Cleaning each step individually. Beautiful. Boop, boop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh wow, you can reach up out there. You can reach all the way up there. Beautiful. Whoosh. We're definitely going to need the ladder for over there. We can use this. Hey.
I panicked for a second because I wasn't sure what drugs I had in my hand. Because look at those three that look completely identical.
Yeah, that's all BUP, right?
No, only one of those is BUP.
Are you sure?
I'm sure because they have different numbers on
Are you sure?
it. Yeah, see, one of these is BUP and the other two are Aleve. And I know that because I put the two Aleve in my hand first.
That's frightening. Those look very similar.
But then, like, I got distracted for a second, and then I looked back at my hand, and there were three light blue pills of exactly the same size.
Oh, God.
Exactly the same color, and I'm just like, huh. Interesting.
How'd that happen?
Did I grab 3 Aleve by mistake?
Right.
No. That can't be right. So, here we are. But anyway, I just thought I'd come let you know.
Okay.
I can't put the Aleve in my pillowcase like I planned on. It looks too similar to my bub.
Unless you get an Aleve that's not blue.
No, Aleve is blue.
Aleve is always blue.
Yeah?
Dang.
It's okay, they have oval shaped ones. so I'll get those next time.
Reasonable. So Doc's climbed the clock tower. I think it's because he's scared of three things: big cats, heights, and lightning. He's trying exposure therapy. His plan is to hug a sculpture of a puma and then zipline his way to the ground in a thunderstorm. 3 birds, 1 stone. When he emerges onto the ledge of the clock tower and sees the puma, he panics. But he's talking me through the scene. God, this movie was such a freaking trip and a half. He's been him off way more than he can chew. Oh God. Gets like an anxiety attack up there. But imagine. I like going fast with my cleaning. I feel like me going fast stresses some people out, but I really like to go fast. I like getting things clean. Effectively. Nyong. Dirt go. Nyong. Oh, there's a whole base over here to clean. Dirt delete. By the way, if anyone wants to play Power Wash with me, let me know. I'm in Livestream VC in my server, and I'll give you my Steam friend code. I think I might have added it as a command as well. Maybe !Steam? It should work. Ding, ding, ding. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ceiling still isn't clean. There we go. Doc tries to focus by pulling up his zip line from his friend Marty below, but I'd imagine there's a but to that sentence. Marty tries to warn Doc about something. Not sure exactly what, as his timing stinks. It's the middle of a thunderstorm and Doc can't hear a thing. Radio. So Doc returns to his exposure therapy and hugs the puma, and it cures him. See, the more that this guy talks about this movie, the less I remember about it. I'm just like, oh god, did I watch this movie? Because sometimes I feel like I have watched a movie, but the reality is I have actually only watched bits and pieces of the movie and never completed it. Oh, the doors are dirty. Whoa. Cat, what are you doing? You silly little cat. Oh, I just realized it's been 2 hours, so I should probably do an ad break and go stretch and drink water and all that other good stuff. So, I'll be right back for that. All right. We are back. Just gotta clean all this. I got some water as well. I refilled my water, so I have it here. hope you also got up and got some water for yourselves out there. I don't have my chat open. It's 2 a.m. here. I'll try to get some sleep. Love you all. Wish you a sweet stream and dream. Thank you, Space Fan. It's very kind of you. And you take care of yourself as well out there. We'll catch you next stream, which will be Friday. Oh, I hear my cats fighting again, which is a little annoying because I just gave them some greenies. Because they have food on their plate. They just refuse to acknowledge that it's food. For whatever reason. Why are cats like this? Hope Friday works for me. Good night. Good night. Take care. Yeah, Friday at 12. We're doing pajama Sam. Some pajama Sams. Real retro stream. Jeffrey. Hi, Jeff. Hello, Jeff. How's it going? Thanks for coming to watch me on the YouTube side of things. Bling? 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 Bling?
No gamers.
Bling! I will.
Hey. Sweet, I have my little hippie dude head. Yeah, trident.
Yeah, we got the tridents.
Right, is this the first level?
This is like the 3rd level.
Okay.
I've cleaned a car and a van. The car gave me a jump scare.
Yay.
It's the time traveling car, so it goes all like pew at the end.
Pew.
Pew. And then it comes back, and then I cleaned all the fire away, and then it came back into reality. Came back in time. Jeffrey, how are you doing tonight, by the way?
Jeff!
Just relaxing. I'm glad to hear that.
Just chill. I'm glad, dude.
Yeah, you should relax, man. You work hard. You're a hard worker.
You're a hard-working hedgehog.
You are a very hard-working hedgehog, and we love you very much for that. And you should relax. Relax, unwind, and enjoy the show.
I forgot to put that power washing music on.
Yeah, I got my power washing music on. I love y'all too. I'm glad. Dad is glad. This is very calming. I'm glad it is. Yeah, before I was doing no music, I kind of like it better with the music on, personally. It's chill.
Should I do chill music or should I do something like hardcore?
It's up to you, man.
I don't know. I'm debating. This is so... No, I will not play Yellow Submarine.
Just play a 10-hour remix of Yellow Submarine, yeah.
No, no thank you.
I mean, right now what's playing for me is, like, some like, Undertale, Glitch Tale stuff. This is, like, power chill. Storm is really brewing now. Person's texting me. So Doc hugged a puma to get over his fear with exposure therapy. To connect the zip line, Doc has to walk along the ledge and plug it to the base of the clock tower's weather vane. I think we got everything in the front.
There's more?
No, I said I think we actually got everything in the front. Yeah, there's more. You have to go up into the stairs.
What? Oh. Here.
No, like in here. Come with me. But the ledge crumbles beneath his feet. That must have been what Mario was warning Doc about. The ledge is substandard construction. Somehow Doc holds on and tries to plug in the zip line, but it's pinned down by an awful log. And I know Power Wash Simulator was multiplayer. Yeah, you can play with up to, I think, 7 people?
I think it's 4.
It depends on the job. I think in free play you can play up to like 7 or 8 people. It's a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come out here.
Oh, I...
See the puma statues.
The pumas! Oh my god.
That's awesome,
So-
isn't it? It's so fun.
So I've never watched Back to the Future. I'm just gonna be real.
I think I've watched it. That doesn't necessarily mean I actually have watched it, but I think I watched it.
I watched it through osmosis, because whenever someone does like a Back to the Future reference thing, I go, yeah, I know what you're talking about, because it almost like odd, but I never actually watched it, nor do I get the references.
I've definitely sat down while the movie was playing. Did I pay attention the whole time? Probably
No.
not. Because this bitch didn't know they had ADHD.
ADHDs, all 80 of them.
All 80 of them.
I do not have ADHD. I have something else.
True.
Like, I remember seeing, like, Universal Studios, and while, like, a promo for the movie Back to the Future 2 was, like, was there a Back to the Future 2?
There was a Back to the Future 2.
Yeah,
and
I remember the
think
promo
3.
of that game, of that one was playing. I was just like, I never watched Back to the Future. I was like, we'll eventually watch it. We never did.
Never did. You've seen the first and the second one, Jeffrey. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I've watched the first and second one, but I don't remember anything from it. Like, I definitely either watched it or watched it while someone else was watching it, kind of thing. Like, a lot of movies in my childhood were definitely like, I was in the room with them, or like the movie just happened to be on, and I caught some amount of it or whatever. But I never like, I didn't commit to like fully watching many movies as a kid. Like, I was never like one to really want to watch movies either.
Same. I didn't really like get movies. I'm just like, oh, it was fun as a kid, but now as an adult, it's kind of like, what do I watch? You know?
Yeah. And I'd rather just watch something at home and not go out. Cause
Yeah, I hate going out. And pirating, you know? You can hypothetically, in Minecraft, pirate
Yar
movies.
har.
Yar har, that's how I watched Space Odyssey and Johnny Mnemonic, which I both enjoy.
Eventually,
but-
Doc frees the cable, but the storm's directly overhead.
It's like mainly nowadays I just watch like comfort films, like Blade Runner, Johnny Mnemonic. Like I've watched those like countless times. I could quote you the movie. I know where all the twists are coming up. Yet I enjoy them because like kind of like Runner just has that like 80s feel that I really like.
Blade Runner does have the 80s feel for sure.
It
And
is 80s.
I've read the book behind Blade Runner, so I was kind of disappointed when I first watched it in school.
Yeah.
But I think on its own it is a good movie.
Yeah,
I
like
just had wrong expectations. He had no time to question his fear of heights. He has to zip line down to the ground before he gets electrocuted. He makes it. Fear to tick onto the lightning. Now onto the ground, he grabs a cable glowing with lightning as Marty drives past the car. Oh my god. Something's happening in this. Hey, BG Buck, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're well and taking care of yourself out there. We're just doing some Power Wash Sim today. Playing the new DLC. Beep beep boop bop boop bop.
Yeah, I'm trying to compile a list of movies I actually want to watch. It's just kind of like sitting down and being like, I don't know what to watch or like where to begin. There's a few documentaries I want to watch. Like, yeah, I just gotta be in the mood for that long form content. It's funny because I can watch like an hour-long like YouTube video like a bad topic, but if it's a movie, no.
Yeah. The problem is, like, I feel like if I ever compiled a list of movies I'd watched, I wouldn't necessarily know all the references from them, you know? Like, I don't think I really ever paid much attention to all the movies I watched. Like, I'm not the, like, I know every single piece of trivia from this kind of nerd. I kind of wish I was, but, like, you know.
You're still a nerd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless.
Absolutely.
I know you.
Because I know you know me. But like in some regards, I'm just like, yeah, I watched like, I don't know, it's like one of those like weird things where like certain fandoms will like have like those like gatekeepers in their fandoms, and like sometimes they're celebrated and other times they're shunned, and it's just like you get that weird mix of like people are like, oh, if you don't know like 17 million facts about Star Wars and Star Trek, then you're not allowed in the fandom. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, if you don't know like Lupshido, you don't know Star Wars. I'm like, I'm sorry, your main boy appears for like a second, and then he's gone.
There's also so much like one true Scotsman arguments, fallacies of just like, if you never saw, you know, Kirk Star Trek, then how you can't call yourself a true Star Trek fan.
Yeah, or you watch like TOS, the original series. You're not true.
Yeah.
I mean, like the original series is hard to come by. When I took it off the Internet Archive, I like cried. So I was just like, that's the only place I can find the original in full.
I'm sure I'll be able to find it again.
You find it with ads, but like,
I could just buy it on Prime.
I don't want to do that. I hate supporting Amazon. You are
That's
not
fair.
buying it on Prime. I refuse. If we can get it for free, we can get it for free.
Alright, we'll Yarhar it someday.
We'll Yarhar it, and I also need to watch
Minecraft.
the one with Data in it. Yeah.
Data is excellent.
I need to...
Oh, in the clock tower job,
Do the
ring the
thing.
bell. I didn't know you could do
Nice.
that. I did it. Ding. There's a little F to interact. Nice.
Yeah. I hate it. Like, if you haven't seen this, you're not a true fan. It's like, you know, some people are casual players. You know.
I would still like to clean a Transformer. I think Power Wash X Transformer is definitely a thing that needs to happen.
Yes.
Like, I feel like it's made for that, you know? Like, especially now that they're working with Universal Pictures, and they got the licensure for doing this one, like Back to the Future. Like, for sure, they can get a bunch of other licensures to work, or a bunch of other properties from Universal to work with them, you know? Like, you got SpongeBob. Like, come on. SpongeBob is huge, bro.
Yeah.
It means that they've made a deal with Universal, and they're probably going to bring more DLCs. Because frankly, you know, as long as they're popular and makes them a lot of money, they're gonna friggin' take it up on them, you know? Oh, take care, Swooshy.
Swooshy.
Much love as always. Swooshy love. Oh, there's a beam up here.
Thank
there
you.
we go. I was like, what else is dirty in here? Oh, clock cog. The cock cog.
It's cursed.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo.
No. Please, no.
Swooshy ooh-wooed. I have to ooh-woo in response.
Swooshy can ooh-woo, but like that ooh-woo is... Sorry. It's too cursed.
Aww.
No.
Bucket-chan is cursed.
I don't like Bucket-chan. If any of you redeem Bucket-chan, I am gonna put her back. I do not like her.
Yeah, don't let Ribbon hear you too loud. I'm pretty sure they're...
Oh shoot. Oh yeah, you're
they're
right.
asleep right now.
Okay, I'm glad they're asleep, but I'm also not glad they're asleep because they could totally help us with this.
Clock tower... Actually, apparently you can only have 2 people at a time. Clock tower intrablature. Intrablature. What?
What in the...
Oh, these? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. It's not on the outside. Also, I'm that kind of nerd, says Jeffrey, that gets all the information because I'm obsessed with having information, but never would put someone down. Put down someone else for not knowing. I don't see that point. Yeah, I don't see the point either. I think it's just like, it must be like some sort of like defense. I have to imagine it's like a defense mechanism of just like, you know, oh, this is the only way to enjoy this thing. But I still don't understand it.
Or it's like they're so used... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on. No, it's fine.
They're so used to being bullied for interests, they feel like they gotta know every single piece of media.
Yeah.
Cause I know I was like that with like Fallout when I was like a middle schooler where I was like, haven't played the games, or not a true fan. But it's like, I also understand people can just like the lore for its own thing, the lore. It's like, I do a lot. Yeah.
Get off.
1 second. Sorry, my hands are dry.
Pushed you off.
That's so rude of you. Rude ass. Guys, the streamer is bullying me.
Oh my god, cancel me.
Oh my god, cancel WabaStreams.
Yep.
Bully me.
It's true. I'm a bully. Bully IRL. For real. Alright, clean the grid wall first in the theater job. Clean the flex capacitor and particle collider first. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Whee! Wall go. Waba screams.
Waba screams.
Alright, continue. Alright, Holomax theater job. We gotta clean something first. Hey, Power Wash Services, how's it going? Hopefully you enjoyed your previous time with us and would like to come back for more silver screen jet wash action. We got the green light for another 2 movies, which we're filming back to back. For these, we're time traveling all over the place, back to the Wild West of 1885 and to the far-flung future of 2015. And even the far-flung future of 2015, Jesus.
Oh, good lordy.
And even into the bleak alternative present. It's a real mind melter. Unfortunately, the first minds to be melted were those of the production crew. They started work on the Hill Valley Town Square of the future, built this incredible-looking futuristic movie theater, but then trashed it as if it's in it in the bleak alternative present. You know what? I'm getting the feeling that I'm in danger of melting another mind here, so let's just say we've got a grubby, strange-looking movie theater where they could wash down in your indomitable and excellent fashion. Thanks a lot. Alright, we gotta wash one of these parts first, so let's go find that part and wash it. I like to get achievements. Sorry. Clean the grid wall first, okay? What is the fuck is the grid wall? Grid wall. Well, it's supposedly highlighted. Oh. Up. Oh, also stand over here. Come stand here. Right there. Yeah.
Okay. Like my Oh. He's so derpy.
Jump.
So derpy.
There.
I was gonna say, like, oh yeah, like the little D&D campaign where I do the stage directional cues. I torched that one NPC.
Yep.
What part do you have to clean first?
This whole wall right here. Like this wall. Hey, Power Washer, welcome back to a small, dirty corner of the future. Yes. To complete it fully, it's called the grid wall. That made me smile. I'm glad it made you smile, Jeffrey. When they finish this set, the entire town square is going to look like it's 2015, if you can imagine that far in the future. Oh my god, 2015?
2015, oh my god, so many people were alive.
That's so far in the future.
So far in the future.
I also heard some rumors about the film's predictions. Run them past you once you've found my notebook. Oh god. So this intern is also a theorist. That's just
theories.
a theory.
Okay.
A movie theory. I mean, technically it's about a movie, so... Hey, can we get up here? Oh, there's a back to this? What is this graffiti? Gay.
You're gay.
You're gay.
You're gay.
You're gay.
You're gay.
We're gay. We're gay. Russian theme
we're gay,
plays.
comrade. Zion's
We did it! Alright, great. Okay, now we can clean whatever the fuck we want to clean.
In the back end.
I'm gay? I can't believe you would say that about yourself, Jeffrey.
Oh my god, Jeffrey. You're coming out of the closet. That's so brave of you. It's not like we already knew you were gay.
Yeah. No, we never knew.
We never did. No, we never
Surprise
knew.
reveal.
Oh my god. Thus Jeffrey is gay. The truth come out.
The truth cometh out. Waba also Waba is our gay? Waba is our gay. Hey, there's a real fun trick with the special effects team that's done for the movie theater. If you want to try it out, just stand on the special marker on the road and wait for the magic. Okay. Oh my god, it's the magic.
He looks so derpy.
Jump. I like how the eyes disappear last. Like the eyes and the teeth disappear last. So it looks extra derp. It's great.
It derp.
Derpy. Hashtag bring back derpy hoofs.
Oh, hashtag bring back derpy as like a word we should say on the internet.
Yeah.
I think
that too.
My mom's keeping it alive by saying my cat's derpy, and I'm like, he's a derp.
He is a derp.
She learned derp once and uses it every single time, which is great.
That's great.
Faraday is derpy though.
Your mom's an ally. I finally know what to call your mom. Ally.
Wow.
God, the year 2015 when the fire hydrants were yellow.
Oh man, I remember that.
Remember?
I was just... Yeah, I remember when I was 14.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was 14 in 2015.
How old was I in 2015? $17? Yeah, I was 16 going on 17. I must have been, right? Maybe. I don't know anymore. Wait, 2015... No. Wait, yes? Wait, no? I don't know. Whatever 1993 is. 1993 plus 2015. There you go. So I promise you fun predictions from the film, right? Strap yourself in. Prediction 1. There would be flying cars galore in 2015. Ooh, damn, good prediction. Oh, I think that's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we had them in 1995.
Man.
Damn, dude. I wish the scientists were ambitious as our science, as our sci-fi-ists.
Science. Actually, it's called speculative fiction. Thank you very much.
Alright. I really hope we have them by 1995. I turned 30 and it would be great to have my party in space. Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, no, don't theorize, Musk.
They theorized Elon Muskrat. Prediction 2, hoverboards. We do have hoverboards.
We do have hoverboards.
Of sorts. Let's see here. What's 7 plus 15?
Oh.
22. I was 22 in 2015. That doesn't sound right, though.
That does not.
It doesn't sound right. I don't think that's true.
Hold up. What year were you born?
93.
Okay, let me get my calculator.
It is 22. Unless I'm dumb. I'm gonna be turning 22.
Yeah, 22.
Surely we could have hover shoes. Oh my god. Who wants hover shoes and hover boots? Big ask. I mean, skating feels like a fad already. Wheels on planks? Come on.
Yeah, you'd be 22.
Oh my god. Please let's have hover shoes by 2015. I'll be 50. I can host a disco on a lake or something. Oh my god. He's a boomer.
Boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Back in my day.
I hear back in my day from one of the guys in my head like all the time, like back in my day, and I'm just like,
yeah, I
God.
know. Harlan.
Back in my day, he literally is like back in my. I literally have to be like, I don't want to okay boomer you, but I gotta tell you okay boomer.
No, okay boomer him. He deserves it. Sometimes. Prediction 3, Jaws 19.
We do have Sharknado 5.
We do have Sharknado 5, so that's pretty good. How old was I? I was born in 87. Oh my god, that's 3, 13. 13 plus 15. You would be 28 in 2015. Oh my god.
Old. Not really. You're still young.
Jeffrey's Gen Xer.
Wait, Jeffrey's a Gen Xer?
Technically, yeah. I think.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Or an elder millennial.
An elder millennial, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, who doesn't want to watch a shark movie? There's so much story there, especially if you branch out to hammerheads. Alright, buddy.
There's not really that much to a shark movie.
Jeffrey, you gotta be like, back in my day, kids went outside and played.
Back in my day, there was gas was under $1.
Gas was under $1. Ha ha ha. LOL.
LOL. God, not me breaking the news to Boomer that the gas is in fact over $1, and he looks at me, he's just, what in the goddamn?
What in the goddamn?
You can't have it. It was like, you can't have shit. Excuse my French, but like, yeah, you really can't.
Wow.
I just think it's unfair. Gas is over $1.
Gas is over $1 and houses are literally like 10 times more expensive than they were.
Know.
I want the housing bubble to fucking pop right as we're ready to buy a house. So that way we don't have to use even half our savings. That'd be great.
It would be great, but when is it gonna happen?
Soon, TM. I mean, you don't know.
Sure?
No. Housing market is so, like, just, it feels volatile. Because it's like one of those things where, like, the bubble has to pop at some point. Because, like, these houses' values are not at the value that they're being sold for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally the cost of materials and labor is not at all equal. And the fact that houses appreciate in value so much dramatically is just absolutely ridiculous. But again, it's mostly due to the fact of, like, demand. Demand is high, so they just keep raising the prices. But then it's like, alright, well, demand's high, but literally no one can fucking afford the houses, so your supply is gonna stagnate.
Go get the Volmaxes. Yeah. It's why I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever get a house. To move in with somebody.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, Stat's like, oh, you know, eventually get your place. Like, I don't know if I'll get my own place. He's aware about it, but he's just like, you know, he's thinking, like, oh, you'll get a real job, right? You'll be able, I'm just like, I have to go to college to get a job. You'll get a really good job, you know, good paying job. You can get retail, GED. But it's like, yeah. It's just stupid.
It is just stupid expensive, honestly. Alright, I think there's something over here that we gotta clean. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, bop, bop. I gotta get back up there. That looked funny, you were like floating in midair for a second. Good music, right? What are we missing? Must be missing like super small things somewhere. What do you say? Arches? Which one? Oh, this one? Okay. Entry ceiling lights. Oh. There you go. Entry, pilaster, hollow projector, Jaws 19 sign. I just noticed the purple gloves, yeah. What's the entry pilaster? Oh. pillar. There we go. And the hollow projector up there. Yeah, I changed that to my purple gloves and purple suit, but you can't see it. You'll see it in the replay.
Yeah, green.
Oh, there we go. Complete the Hallmarks theater job. Nice. Alright. Alright, last one. Time train job. In Doc's time train job, clean the flux capacitor and the particle colliders first. Okay. So we go Neom. Alright, time train. Hey pal, thanks for fitting us in again. We're wrapping up the third and final, and we do mean final film now. And boy, is the schedule getting tight. Went back to the Wild West in this one, which means naturally we've got a time-traveling steam locomotive. How else is Doc gonna ride those timelines? I'm really not sure what happened, but the time train looks like it's been driven through a rainbow. Don't know if it has anything to do with some multicolored logs that we used in an earlier scene to get the Old West train up to 88 miles per hour. Regardless, we do need to clean it for our next shot. I'll leave it to you. You know what you're doing, and thanks a lot. Alright, we gotta clean the flux capacitor or something first. Clean the flux capacitor and the particle collider. Okay. Flux capacitor. Oh god. Okay, hold on.
Up here.
What?
This one, it's clean it first.
Flux capacitor. Hello again, looks like... Alright, I did it. Or we did it. Nice. Okay. And then the only thing left is to actually just clean the whole thing. Okay. I missed one of the messages. It says, hello there, looks like this is going to be our last job together. This is the final scene of the entire trilogy. That's cool. So we have this giant fucking train. Jesus. Oh my god. Thing's huge. It looks so weird. But we're very restricted on this set. Hello, camera. Alright. Nyum. Alright. Time to go nyum responsibly. We gotta get this train up to 88 miles per hour. I did not watch this movie at all.
We gotta get up to 69 miles per hour, Doc.
No, it's always 88.
Screw you.
Wow. Alright. Fine enough.
Jesse, we must move this train. This train contains meth. We must clean this train, Jesse.
Jesse, we gotta clean.
Jesse, we gotta clean.
Clean
I can't do any voice acting.
It's okay. I don't know about you, but this is exactly how I'd expect the time machine to look if it were made by an inventor who traveled to the future, becoming stuck back in 1885. Okay.
Wow.
I believe you, Alex, script supervisor.
Thanks,
Oh, he's the script
Alex.
supervisor now. Oops, sorry, I think that might have been a spoiler. Yeah? Oh, spoilers.
Spoilers.
He got stuck in 1885. The flux capacitor. Well, he graduated from intern to script supervisor. That's pretty great. Good for him. Moving on up in the world. And it is a rainbow train. That's great. It's a gaybo train.
It's a rainbow train?
Yeah, the train is covered with rainbow color.
It's time dust.
It is time dust. Time is gay.
I mean... Yeah.
Time is not straight.
Time
That's
is
for sure.
straight.
There's multiple different lines of
Time is
time.
linear. Time is linear.
Yeah. Time train is based on the legendary Sierra Railway No. 3 locomotive, which is a total Hollywood legend in its own right. Okay. Like the career of any true movie star, it's been derailed, marked for scrapping, but always comes back stronger. Oh. Interesting. I think there's a Hollywood legend about a train. Oh, that might help. Just realized I was using like the long nozzle. Yo! Hello! Hello! Foxy! Foxy Pops! Welcome in.
Foxy Fox.
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the subby wubby.
Oh wait, Foxy Pops. I thought I called you Foxy Fox.
Foxy Fox.
Thanks for. My butt is prepared. And prepare my eyes. Welcome, Raiders. Power Wash Simulator.
Foxypo Dance. How was Skyrim?
Scrim. Oh man, I should play Scrim.
It's been a minute since I played Skyrim. But yes, welcome in everyone. How's it going? We're doing some Power Wash simulating. Simulating? Power Wash Sim.
Sure.
It is Power Wash Sim. Skyrim stream is long. Yeah, very long. It's quite late. Oh my gosh. You should go to sleep soon, shouldn't you? Oh my goodness.
AMs for y'all.
Yeah, it's like mega AMs. But yeah, make sure you get some rest, mate. Post-stream, self-care, all that good shit. Welcome in everyone. Raiders, if you don't know who I am, my name is Waba. I'm your autistic ADHD content creator who has wholesome, chaotic energy vibes here. We do peer support. We talk about mental health here a lot often, and it's your mental health talk place and queer safe space. Welcome in. It's pretty much AMA hours here. Anytime you want to ask something about mental health, I'll probably go on a little 30-minute rant about it, or give you friendly advice, but as always, take it with a grain of salt because I am just a person on the internet. And yeah, we're vibing. We talked earlier about autistic socialization and avoiding manipulation and spotting manipulation and stuff like that. We talked about boundaries a little bit, and we talked about love languages a little bit. So yeah, that was all good fun. But now we're doing Power Wash Sim, and we're almost done with the last job. Yeah. And I'll also promote that I have a Patreon, and you should all follow the Patreon. It is free to follow. You do not have to subscribe there if you do not wish to. And I prefer subscriptions there over Twitch because of pay cut differential. Otherwise, unless you have a Prime sub, in which case use those free Bezos bucks on fantastic creators like Voxy Pops, or me, or anyone else. But yeah, free to follow. We do monthly cash giveaways, so that's all fun. I spent like 2 hours spam leveling alchemy and trying to find merchants to sell my poisons to. You've fallen into the trap, Vox. I literally have spent hours doing that exact same thing, just making potions, selling them to merchants, waiting for 48 hours, selling more potions to the merchants to wait for their, gold to restock and everything. And goddamn, you do power level, but then the enemies get stronger, and then all of a sudden it's just like, uh-oh, I forgot to level my fighting skills.
You forgot to power level the important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, alchemy can be important as well, but yeah. Skyrim is a little bit more forgiving than Oblivion in that sense, though, I will say, for sure. Looks like you're nearly done. I just wanted to say how great it's been having you on set. I literally have no idea how you store all that water in that backpack of yours. Same. Honestly, you and your gear should belong in another of these movies, set even further into the future. Lol. That's very fun of him to say. But yeah, hope you're well. Hope the stream was awesome. It sounds like you had a lot of fun with it. Make sure you get some rest, everyone. Make sure you self-care. Get some water, stretch, whatever. Oh, you want heavy armor? Oh yeah, you're fine then. Literally, you're never gonna die. Never gonna die unless you like encounter like a million enemies at once. I want to play like all the other Skyrim DLCs that I missed out on, because I never played through like any of like the special edition stuff with like Modark or whatever, or like what's his name, Tentacle Dude.
Oh, Hermaeus Mora?
Yeah, Hermaeus Mora. I never played through
He's
his
my
world.
fave. I love
Yeah,
him.
like I did all the Daedra quests. So I did his Daedra quest, but I never did that whole thing, and I didn't do the vampire thing either.
I'm gonna be honest, Vampire is pretty cool, but like Apocrypha is where it's at. You have a whole new location to visit.
Right, for sure.
Drink water, you dehydrated.
80 and heavy
bitch.
armor and just legendaried my two-handed, so I'm set for combat skills. Oh yeah, you're more than fine then. Now, never mind. Never mind. Because see, everyone eventually go for the archer sneak rogue. And then it's all over from there because it's just so powerful. And then for my second character, I did two-handed heavy armor orc. And honestly, it just shows that like any build can work in Skyrim. Like even mage could work in Skyrim if you have enough potions and enough patience.
Yeah, I'm doing a mage NPC run through, and like it's a bit hard because man, I keep
No armor.
going. No armor.
You're doing and this is in Oblivion too, so Oblivion's much harder.
Yeah, I'm also doing this in Oblivion as well. I keep crashing, but you know, I think it's
a feature.
It's a feature, yeah. It's like New Vegas. You gotta start up like a chainsaw. Because I've been playing New Vegas recently. I've also been doing no armor, handed weapons, so you know. I make it hard for myself. It's fun.
I love making things hard for myself.
I love doing silly builds. And especially in Fall New Vegas, once I get Boone, it's just he just shoots things. I don't have to pick up my weapon. I go to undo my weapon. He shot all of them. Great. Anyways, yeah. Sorry, I rambled.
You're fine. Ramble away, dude.
Like, I just get so rambly about these things. I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta tell everyone about my Lorbos.
I ramble all the time here.
Oh, I mean, you're just a streamer, so, you know, you kinda
Yeah,
get
well,
that.
you're allowed to ramble too. I have permitted it.
I'm your guest star, okay?
You're my guest star? You're not even on guest star.
Shh. I'm not a streamer.
I don't even know that. Oh my god, Will in IDK went live with WabaStreams? Oh my god.
WabaStreams, oh my god, he's famous. Famous.
He's famous.
Famous. I don't know what I'd be famous at. I swear to God, if someone starts streaming and I don't know about it, I'm literally gonna be like, oh, oops.
Which one of you did this?
What?
It's like, which one of you did this?
Which one of you did this?
Hi, Waba and voice. It's Will.
It's Will. Yeah, no. I feel like Aurora would go for streaming, like just chatting. She's super chatty, but like, yeah. She also plays video games, but not like stuff I'd play. If we ever got famous, I'd probably just be like Homestead. And also, how did we get famous? Because I'll just explain like so much.
Yeah, you're fine, Asta. There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, no, don't worry. There's no need to apologize.
Cap window. Oh.
Yeah. I haven't been on VC in a hot minute, so yeah. Heck.
Flux field regulators. Oh. Flux field regulators. Oh. There we go. Front wheels. Yep, that's why it's banned, so you can work on that for yourself. Reactor car cooling vents. Did I not clean the cooling vent? Oh, I see what I missed. Okay. Boop. There we go. Flux box.
You are not doing the thing. Some silly little.
Come on. Just because it's hard doesn't make it impossible. And it's good to work on yourself.
Yeah. You need to work on yourself. Like, it's not possible. You're just setting, like, the thing by saying, oh, it's impossible, when actually it's not. Like, you just gotta work on it.
Oh! It's chugging. Oh. It's, whoa. Whoa.
What?
Whoa!
There you go.
Oh my god. Where's it going? Whoosh! Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, alright. It went whoosh. Is it coming back?
Nope.
Because the car came back. Alright then. That's good, Asta.
Yeah.
Alright. Professional help is very good. When you can get it. Train go burr. Oh my god, and then it takes off. Alright. We did it. Let's go. Alright. We're all done. Oh my god. Okay. I will deal with that alarm after we read out. Let's see who's on. This person's on. I haven't read them in a minute. Go say hi to Beer Snack. They're playing Lethal Company. I'm gonna go get Lethal Company because it looks like a very fun game. So we'll probably play that sometime in the future. Don't know when. Friday's my next stream at 12 p.m. Eastern. Convert for your time zone. I'm playing Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish games. Yeah. Alright. Go say hi. Be nice. Play nice. And I'll see you all later. Follow me on Patreon, all that other good stuff. Blah, blah, blue, 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 blah, blah, blah. Take care of yourself. Much love. Alright. Bye. Have a good week. Bye.